Welcome to Conversations with Spirit, where we dive deep into the mystical and enchanting realms of spirituality. I'm your host, spiritual medium Lauri, and together with special guests, we explore a world of spiritual insights and experiences, as well as offer captivating mediumship and oracle card readings. Tune in for enlightening conversations that will uplift your soul and expand your consciousness. Hello, everybody. How is everyone tonight? I'm so happy to be here. I feel, you know what? I went on literally a 2-day vacation and it feels like I was gone for 3 weeks. So I'm glad to be back. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all so much. Before we begin, I want to tell everybody that I do this show in conjunction with evolveme.com. And what evolveme.com is, it is a metaphysical and spiritual website whose mission it is to facilitate and empower personal enlightenment to anyone that seeks it. So basically what is there are mediums and psychics and healers and classes and workshops and retreats. So check it out if you're interested. I would love for you to go check it out. So thanks everybody for being here tonight. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh. I have so many stories and so many things to tell you. And we're doing readings tonight because that's what it is. However, I have to share with you. I've got to share. Okay. So the topic of the show is there is a secret superpower that we all have. And do you guys know what it is? See if you can tell me what you think it is. You can type it in the chat. What do you think a superpower is for anybody that's interested in spirituality, or even not, to be honest with you? What do you think a superpower would be? A spiritual superpower. Okay. So the spiritual superpower that we're going to be talking about today, that everyone has, whether you're a psychic or a medium or just somebody who's just interested, it's meditation. Meditation is a superpower for all of us. And that is what the fun thing is about it, because meditation is not just sitting there. Do you know what I mean? It's not just somebody sitting there. There are things that happen to us when we meditate, right? Dose of Sunshine says our superpower is breath. And absolutely. And that's almost exactly what this is. Thank you for saying that, because that's exactly what this is about. Meditation does so many different things. Okay. First of all, it reduces stress. Okay. Now, here's the one thing. I know so many people that are super duper stressed right now. Okay. And that's one of the things that meditation can assist with, right? It's a very powerful tool for managing stress. It helps calm your mind. Okay. And basically what it does is it reduces the production of the stress hormones. Okay. And it allows you to be in more of a balanced state. Okay. And what I want to say about that is that before I started meditating, I've been meditating for about 20 years. Okay. Before I started meditating, it was like the littlest things would upset me all the time. Right. But once I started meditating, it changed it to a whole different, things started shifting, and I kind of don't know why, but things started shifting. Well, because I started to quiet my mind and slow it down. Okay. The other thing that meditation can do is help with clarity and help with your focus. Okay. So these are the things that meditation can do for you, even if you're not into anything spiritual. Okay. Right. I am here to tell you that when I feel brain fog coming on, I will go and I will sit down and I will meditate for a little while. And I swear to you, something shifts in my head. And it takes away all that cloudiness. Okay. It trains your mind. Once you've been doing it for a while, it trains your mind to stay present. And that is really important. Okay. Staying and understanding that we are in the present moment right here, right now. Okay. Yeah. Right. I mean, that's really cool. Okay. Then the third thing is emotional well being. Right? Emotional well-being. I mean, if you're a little bit calmer because you've been meditating, if you have more clarity, you're going to be in a better state emotionally. Now, here's the funny thing. I have many students, okay? And there are several that are like, I just don't like meditating. And I said, well, okay, then that is your choice. I get that. However, if you really want the full experience of your own spirituality, which is another thing about meditation, it can connect you to your spiritual nature. Okay. Well, I love that. Right. I just love that. Right. And then finally is your physical health. It can it can lower your blood pressure. Yes, I swear to you, it can. Um, I went in for a little procedure several years ago, and I'll never forget that the nurse was getting ready to put me under, and she said, "Your heart rate is amazing. Do you run?" And I started laughing because I don't think I've ever really run, you know? And I said, "Well, I meditate." And she said, "No way." And so we went on and we had this whole conversation while we were waiting for the doctor to come in, right? Because he was late, of course, right? So that's really one of the first of all, I think is it's like a tangible thing that meditation can do for you. Yeah. So I just wanted to share all that because we do have our superpowers. Now, I am ready. I have a couple spirit stories I want to tell you, but I'm ready to do some readings. So if anybody would like a reading, you just go ahead and you type it in and you let's do this thing, right? Let's do it. So, okay. Um oh, I love that. Lanny Boo says that's amazing. You need to get into it. You know what? Even if you start out meditating and it's only like 10 minutes, just sitting by yourself, it's 10 minutes a day is nothing. And if you think about it in terms of giving yourself a gift, that is the key, right? That is such an important thing. Yeah, definitely, right? So, exactly, right? Oh, and Jessica says, I've just started meditating. It took you years to just do it. I love that. I'm so glad for you, Jessica, because you know what? That is going to be an absolute, it's going to be a game changer. You're going to see a difference and report back. Okay, Dose of Sunshine says, do you go directly into meditation if you are angry or feeling an intense emotion? Ooh, that's a great question. Or do you wait a bit so you receive guidance clearly? You know what? If I'm feeling frustrated or angry, what I might do first is put on a song that kind of raises my vibration, because this is just how I do it, right? So I'll put a song on that makes me feel good. I'll put a song on that makes me feel like I'm a new person, that sort of thing, right? And then once I calm down a little bit, then I would go and sit. And you know what? Again, you really only need to do it for like 10 minutes to start, Once you get into it though, like today I was like, I am so in need of meditation. And I'm just like, I'm laying there and I meditated for like over an hour today. So it was like, I needed to do this, right? So it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Oh, I love that. 10,000% yes to the music idea. That's great. Bernadette says, I love meditation. It changed your life. I love hearing that. I just absolutely love hearing that because it does change your life. And you may not realize it until months later, but giving yourself that gift of just a few minutes. And there are many, 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 many ways to meditate, right? You can try it. Just try it. Try one. You can chant. You can just close your eyes and be in this silence and stillness, which is amazing, right? You can put on music with no melody line. You can do all of that. It's amazing, right? So there you go. Walking meditations. I know a lot of people that do that. I personally, that's not my vibe at all, but walking meditations, totally, you can do that. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So let's start this in. Let's start this. Okay, so Lanny Boo. Oh my gosh, I love that name. Lanny Boo, what is it that I can do for you? Is there someone specific that you want to hear from on the other side? Or is there an area of your life you'd like some clarity on? I've got my cards. Hi, Fairy Georgia. um, yeah, so Lanny Boo, let me know. Is there an area of your life that you would like to um have some clarity on? I have my cards. I've got everything. I've got my cards. I bought a new deck of cards over the weekend, and I'm not ready to pull them out yet because I want to look at them and connect with them spiritually. So it's kind of cool. Yes, I have a few loved ones on the other side. So just anything. Okay, let's go with it. All right, Lanny Boo. I love that name. That is the cutest name. I don't know what your real name is, but it's very cute. Messages or what they think of how I'm going about decisions. Ooh, great question. Fantastic question. Okay, so Lanny Boo, let's start out with very interesting. First of all, I'm sensing a man. Wow, a lot of energy, Lanny Boo. Like there's so much energy coming in. So I am seeing a male and a female. Um, I'm not seeing them like they're distorted, kind of thing. So I'm not seeing them. So that makes me kind of think that they might be two of your spirit guides, which is always fun, right? Um uh my sister created Lanny Boo. I love Lanny Boo. Okay, so Lanny Boo, what I want to say about this is, I feel like that there's the man that's with you. I feel like that he is very strong and very protective. Okay, and I feel like that he is the one that works with you on the decisions that you're talking about. Right? I love this. I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like that he is the one that works with you on the decision making. Now, the lady, again, not seeing faces, so I can't see ages so that's why I'm saying kind of feel like that this is I kind of feel like that these are spirit guides. Yes, there is a male and female. He is my sibling, the other's your grandmother. That's so interesting you should say that because I did get a kind of a sense that the lady was older than the male, okay? I feel like that she is very gentle with you, but gentle with you, but specific in what she says to you. I'm talking about like I don't know if she was like that here on earth, but that's what she's telling me about you now. And I want to say she's talking to me about a recent situation that you were dealing with. Let me get more of a read on this. She's telling me about a situation in the last few weeks that came up, and she's telling me how proud she was of the way you dealt with it. Um, so yeah, give me yeses and nos, Laney Boo, because I'm trying to figure this out. Like, because she's just giving me the answer. She's not telling me what the situation was, right? But she's telling me that she was so proud at how you handled it. You were calm, you were cool, and you were collected, she says. She is saying that yes, my boyfriend had broke up and left and then came back. Ah, right. She is very happy with the way things worked out. Now, I don't know whether you're still together or whether you're apart, but she's very happy with the outcome. Okay. The way he did it was horrible. Okay. She thinks that I hate to say it this way, but she's telling me that there's more stuff happening. There's stuff happening like behind the scenes that you don't necessarily know about. I'm hoping that would make sense to you. Let me see. So Lanny Boo, are you with this man still then? You said he came back, but did he leave again? because I got to tell you, I really, really feel like, and I'm sorry to say it this way, but I really feel like that there is somebody really, really special out there for you. And he doesn't feel like I feel like a disconnect. You're still with him. Oh, you have a baby together. I feel like a disconnect, though. I gotta tell you, I feel like a disconnect. And what I want to say to you is just allow yourself to just be. Okay. Be in the present moment with him. Okay. Um, I feel like that there's aspects to him. Yeah, big disconnect. She says, okay. I feel like that there's just you're in the on this one trajectory, and he is kind of like he's off to the side, and he's like going in a whole different direction. That's what it kind of feels like. Now, that's not to say that, and I mean this sincerely, that you might not meet again. Do you know what I'm saying? And it could be a week, it could be a month, it could be a year, it could be 10 years, whatever. That's not to say that you won't come back around again, but I feel like that there's a big disconnect right now. Okay. So, yeah, but she's thrilled with the way you handled it. She says to me, she is I don't know anything about you. I don't know how old you are or anything, but she said she was so mature. That's what she's saying. Oh my gosh, I love this lady, right? Now, the man that's standing here, he's a whole different thing. He's standing there and he is very protective and very quiet, not speaking at all. Okay. Like he's not speaking at all, but I feel very protective. Okay. Yes, that's amazing. By chance, is there anything my brother needs to say to me? Hold your ground. Okay. This is amazing. I don't know anything about him, but he is really an intelligent guy, right? I feel like that what he's saying to you is he's saying, hold your ground. This is your life too. Okay. This isn't just about your child or your boyfriend or anybody else. This is your life and you're allowed to live it as you choose. Okay. Don't forget that. Okay. So I'm going to leave you with that, Lenny Boo. That was pretty amazing. The guy, again, very protective. You can always call on him and he'll find a way to reach out to you. I feel like that he does. Do you ever see like, I don't know, is it like, this might sound strange, but I feel like that he might communicate with you through the stars. Like, do you ever see shooting stars and you kind of go, whoa, that's really cool. I feel like that's him. Just saying. So keep a lookout. Go outside and look for and look for it, right? His birthday just passed and you've been dreaming about him a lot. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Much love to you, Lenny Boo. I love it. I love it. Okay, so Bernadette, you are next. Okay, so what does Bernadette have to say? I've talked about, oh, okay. Okay. I would love to hear from my guides, family, or love life, or anything else. That just kind of opens it all up to everything, doesn't it, Bernadette? That's awesome. 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 So you have a podcast. That's amazing. Okay. I feel like I'm supposed to start out with you, Bernadette. And if you could give me yeses and nos, if this makes sense. So just so that I know I'm going in a right direction or whatever. So Bernadette, I am pulling a card for you from the Time Traveler deck by Denise Lynn, because you guys know I love Denise Lynn. Look at the card. It says stillness. Beautiful. Beautiful. And this is a Zen monastery in Japan. Okay. And this says stillness. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous cards. Gorgeous cards. So Bernadette, what I want to say about this is, I feel like this card is telling you to take a step back. And again, I'm sorry if I'm giving bad news. I just don't. I just want to say this card is telling you to take a step back. Now, that doesn't mean to stop what you're doing and stop everything and like run away. That's not what I'm saying at all. I feel like that there are some questions that you're having right now. And this is so interesting because I can really relate to what this is, right? And I feel like that if you take a step back from the things that are going on in your life, I feel like that you're going to see more clarity. They're going to have more clarity on what it is that you want to do next, or what it is that you're trying to do, right? Bernadette says, very beautiful. Oh my God, I've been looking at Japanese and Chinese history and learning more. Oh, wow. Isn't that amazing? You've also been resting too. Awesome. More so a life crisis. I've never been so lost. Oh my gosh. And this is I'm sorry that you feel so lost. I apologize for that. I'm sorry that you have to go through that you're going through that. But I feel like, again, it makes sense then if you were to step back. Don't stop doing anything. Don't quit anything. Don't quit your job, or don't run away. Don't do anything like that. But what would be great for you to do is take a step back and just look at everything from a different perspective. Okay. I feel like that this is also, and this isn't necessarily related to stillness per se, but I'm kind of getting the feeling that like spirit really wants you to kind of look at some of the interests that you've had in your life that you kind of haven't been paying attention to. Like, let's just say that you love to draw, right? And you've put it on the back burner for a while. Okay. I feel like that I'm supposed to tell you to maybe like pull that back in, draw a little bit. It doesn't have to be like, you don't have to do it for 10 hours a day or anything like that, right? Just like find those things that used to bring you joy that you've sort of put to the side. Okay. I feel like that is going to bring other things around. I'm told I have psychic mediumship gifts. No clue how to use my gifts. Please tell spirits to stop watching me, especially when I sleep. Well, okay. So Bernadette, I'm going to give you a whole little thing here. Right. And anybody else that's listening to this that wants to understand this a little bit more, here we go. Okay. So Bernadette, you have complete control over the spirits that are around. Okay. You can tell them that they need to go away. You can tell them that they need to go away forever. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Okay. Because maybe sometime in your life, you might say, oh, I'm interested in that. Now, here's the thing. You can also put all sorts of boundaries on it. Okay. When I first started doing this, oh my God, this is like 20 years ago. I was like, okay, so I don't understand about this spirit thing. And somebody told me to make boundaries, right? So what I did was I got one of these candles, that you buy at the grocery store, right? And I said, okay, as long as if this candle was lit, you guys can come and like hang out with me and blah, 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 whatever, right? And sure enough, that was what it was. And then I was like, well, wait a minute. That's a little too much, right? So then I started like saying, okay, well, now let's see, between the hours of blah, 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 and blah, 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 maybe you can come and visit me then, right? You can do that. Okay. So my point is you can put boundaries on it. Okay. Be specific and be firm with the spirits. Okay. Now, if you want to, first of all, I teach spiritual development. There are many, many teachers out there. I'm just going to say it this way. I don't really have an ego if you want to come to me or if you want to come to somebody else. I don't have an ego about that. But what going to a class can give you, it doesn't necessarily have to like be a class where you're like, okay, it's going to be my career now. It doesn't have to be like that. When you take a class, a beginning like mediumship or psychic development class, what can happen is that you understand it better. And when you understand it better, then you can manage it. And then you can like see if it's just something fun. You can see if you want it as a career. You might start out like talking to spirits and stuff, and then it'll work into like healing. It can work into do all sorts of things. Okay. So, okay. So Bernadette says, I always call on positive spirits. Oh, totally. I totally relate to that. I need my guides and guardian angels. I'll drown without them. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, Bernadette. I totally understand that. Um, I stay in very high vibration. Okay. When you stay in high vibration, Autumn Sunrise knows this too, right? When you stay in a high vibration, then the positive spirits come in. Then you get, you don't have those, well, you never know. A rogue spirit might come in because it's impossible for us to be in the highest vibration 24/7. It's impossible, right? Even me, the little happy medium, right? I'm not always in that happy state, right? But what I want to say is that, oh, don't even worry about affordable classes. There are tons of affordable classes. If you go on Insight Timer, you can find, actually, I have a chakra class. If you're interested in learning about the chakras it's a course. It's like an 8-day course on Insight Timer if you want to do that. Okay. If you want to, there are, tons of affordable things. If you want to email me, I can point you in directions or whatever if you want to do that. But what I want to say is, to close out this, is that if it's something that you want, create an intention and give it up to the universe. They always say when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Okay. And just believe and just know, give it up to spirit. Okay. So there you go. So that's what I'm going to say. Namaste. I've had some pretty bad experiences with bad spirits, sleep paralysis, and I'm schizophrenic. It's a bad recipe to be awake. I can understand that. Yeah. Always stay on your meds. Okay. If you want to do spiritual work, that's fine. Stay on your meds. Okay. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an accountant. I'm not none of that. But I do believe that all this work can be done in conjunction with all of the other work. Okay. So there you go. Okay. So good luck. I am so, I'm keeping you in the highest vibration. Okay. So June Russell says, how do you stay in high energy? Well, let me say it to you this way. Energy is an interesting, how do you stay in high energy? It's actually not, well, it is energy, but it's vibration. Okay. I call it high vibration because it is in that space of love. It's in that space of bliss and joy, right? Now, just underneath that is contentment. I'll say it that way. Just beneath that is contentment. And that's okay too. That's high vibration too, right? The emotions you want to stay away from are fear. Okay? You want to stay away from anger. You want to stay away from jealousy. Okay? You want to stay away from those things. Okay? So when I say stay in high vibration or high energy, what you can do is put on music that makes you smile. Put on, like before I go live, every single time I will listen to a song that makes me happy. Okay. So that's one way. Okay. But I'm a music buff, right? I'm huge into music, right? So that's the way that works for me. There are many things you can do. Somebody said, meditating. Jessica says meditation. You can totally do that, oh my gosh, Barbara. Hi, Barbara. Oh, she says, I needed someone and you came into my life. You're so sweet. I hope you're well. So, June, I hope that makes sense to you because it's a beautiful thing, right? And, not that I'm trying to sell my book, but in my book, let me see, let's move that so you can see it. The Manifestation Journal for Beginners. There's a lot of tools to keep your vibration high. Okay. So, you can actually look it up you can Google it and you can say, how can I keep my vibration high? And tons of stuff will come up. So, all right. So much love to you, Bernadette. Much love to you, June. Of course. Absolutely. Okay. I'm going back over to Instagram because God forbid that Instagram should be with the rest of it. Okay. Ellis Brianna. So I'm assuming, can I call you Brianna or Ellis? I don't know. Are you still here, Ellis Brianna? Tell me what to call you because and then Jessica's like, you're Brianna. So I should call you Brianna? Okay. All right. What can I do for you? What can I do for you? Is there an area of your life that you'd like some clarity on? Oh, Brianna. Okay. So, Brianna, is there an area of your life you'd like some clarity on? Is there a loved one in spirit you'd like to hear from? What is it that I can do for you? That's what I need. Okay. So, I need to write everybody's name down. So, Allie is after, and then Jessica. Sorry, because I think you asked before and I didn't. So, let me say this too. Okay. While I'm doing these readings, I may not be able to pick you. I may not have enough time. Okay. What you should always do is listen to what I'm saying to the other people, because you never know where you might get a little spark of energy and you might go, oh, I think that message was for me. Okay. It happens all the time on my lives. Right. Okay. Brianna, tell me who the loved one is. Tell me who it is that you'd like to hear from. And let's see. I'm going to start out with a card, Brianna. So tell me who it is, in their name, preferably if you can, who it is that you'd like to hear from. Cause there's always tons of spirits behind your brother and your grandma. Okay. Oop. Okay. I just had a card that flew away. All right. Now, Diego. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. This is so funny. Considering what we were just talking about, I pulled the hummingbird spirit and it says joy. Isn't that great? Oh my God. I love spirit. Spirit does that all the time. Diego and Maria. I feel like that this is Maria sending this to you. Actually, I'm not. Diego is a funny one. I feel like he was very manly. Okay. I'm just going to say it to you that way and give me yeses and nos. So I know I've got the right person with me, right? I feel like that Diego was very, sort of, manly. Okay. And, yeah. And I feel like that he's like, yeah, okay, I'm here. I got you. I'm coming. I'm here. Okay. So Brianna, tell me if that makes sense. Now, Maria, just a love. Now, she was a strong, powerful woman. Powerful woman. I see hummingbirds sometimes, and yes, he was very full of himself and handsome. I totally can see that. I'm sorry. He's a cool dude. He's a cool guy, right? But I can see this. Yeah, I'm here. So cool. Yes, she was stubborn. I totally can see that too. So Maria was stubborn. No, I feel like that she would be the one that would walk up to somebody in the family. I feel like that she would walk up to, let's just say, Diego and say, all right, here's the thing. And she would like touch his chest and say, you need to be good, or you need to blah, 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 whatever it is, right? She was like, okay, you need to blah, blah, blah. And for some reason, she's showing me her hand on his chest, right? Because she's pointing to his heart. She's pointing to his heart. Like she's like patting his chest where his heart is. Oh, I like her. I'm sure she was stubborn. She's like, yes, I was stubborn. I had to be. I had to be. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Brianna, this is so great. This is so awesome. She is talking about how, I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it. She's talking about how you've got a little bit of that stubborn streak in you as well. So like sometimes like you'll somebody will say, hey, do that for me. Could you? And you'll be like, why? That is swear that's what she said. Don't get mad at me, right? She was very upfront and would tell it like it was with me and most people. Yeah, I can totally see that. I can totally see that. Um, yeah, she's talking to me about how you might be a little bit on the stubborn side too. Aren't we all just a little bit at least, right? But she's talking about is there something happening? Did you start a business or are you thinking of starting a business or there's something about a business that you're in? I don't know if it's yours. She was very stubborn with you. um, so tell me about this business. What is that? Is it something that you just are getting into? Like, do you like do crafts or something? Or tell me about what that is because she's talking about something that you do that you're thinking that maybe you could start to sell, something along those lines. She loves that. She thinks that you have got so much talent. Okay. And again, I don't know what it is, but she's telling me how you have so much talent. But you would love to sell stuff to do with crafting. Okay. It felt crafty, right? You are really talented at that, she's saying. And she's saying that it would be really great for you to it'd be really great for you to just explore that world a little bit. People, she's both my sister and my mom are very creative. Yeah, it feels like maybe it's something that no, and she's saying no. I was about to say, I'm feeling like something you all could do together, but she's actually saying no, that won't work. I think that what she's telling me is that your sister and your mother and you all have very strong personalities. So you could do your own thing. You could do it at the same time, but it wouldn't be good to be in business together, is what she's saying. Oh my gosh. Oh, she's making me hot. She's making me hot. Oh my gosh. Um, gosh, she is oh you but I gotta tell you, Brianna, yeah, she's making me giggle, obviously, about, the stubbornness and the hard headedness a little bit sometimes, but she's like, so much love. There is so much love. And she's giving me kind of a lecture. I'm just gonna say it. Okay. Maria is awesome, right? She's giving me this lecture and she's saying, you know what? If you have a family that argues, that's good because that means that there's communication happening. She says, if you have a family that just like pretends that everything's okay all the time, she's like, you don't want that. She's like, that's when the problems start. Just saying, that's her talking, not me. um she's just absolutely adorable and she is always right there. She's like, just as I was there for you and I did my best for you while I was on earth, she's like, I am on the other side. I am your biggest fan. Aw. um there was a I'm asking her for like validation so we know for sure it's her, and she's saying to me, um oh, okay. I'll ask Diego that in a second. But she's saying to me, like I was asking her for validation, and she was saying something to me that there was a problem with flowers. Did they come did they come um wilty or something? What was the problem with the flowers when she passed? There was an issue. I don't know if it was wilty or not. I don't know what it is, but I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Or maybe they were the wrong flowers. I don't know. But you tell me what the issue was with the flowers. She would have wanted a certain color and they came in a different color, whatever, something along those lines. So she just wants I was just asking her for a validation, and that's what she told me. And she's also saying to me that it really doesn't matter anyway. It's a couple people got, you're not sure you remember too long ago. Okay. Um, yeah. So yeah, I will, oh my gosh, you're the mom. Oh my God. Oh, I love that. Oh, that is so much fun. I was trying to figure out why you were saying that. Oh my God. There was supposed to be all purple and some pink were added in the arrangement. Oh, I see. Oh my gosh. So La Mommies. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Maria's daughter. I love that. Oh my God. Well, I have to tell you, what is your first name? Mom. Mom, what is your first name? She is so happy to have everybody here. And she's telling purple was her favorite color. I had a feeling that there was something about like a favorite color and you guys were trying to get it all. Elvira. Nice to meet you, Elvira. Thanks for coming in too. Oh my God, this is so much fun. We've got like a huge family here. Okay. Let me just finish up with Maria and then I'll try to get Diego to come back. Diego he's something else. All right. Anyway, let me finish up with Maria. Okay. So Maria says, she says, it didn't really matter. I mean, she's like, she's like, if you could see the garden that's up here, she's like, don't come soon, but when you get up here, it can be whatever you want. That's what heaven is. Oh my God. It can be whatever you want. You can see yourself as in a beautiful garden. So yeah. Ooh, that's so cool. Ooh, I love that. That's really cool. She loved plants. Well, that makes sense, right? So, okay. Now Diego. Okay. So let me ask you about had so many at her house before passing. Okay. Oh, the plants. Right. Okay. So let me talk about Diego. Okay. So Diego is a little bit harder to connect to. I feel like that this is going to sound strange to say, but he was a little bit more standoffish. Like he wasn't going to be the first one to come in and be, like, hi, I'm here, kind of thing. I don't think he would have been into this kind of stuff. I think it would have freaked him out. Having spirits come, and that sort of thing. So that I just want to say that. Did somebody tell me about, there was one balloon. There was a balloon regarding Diego, and he thought it was the silliest thing. There's like one balloon. I don't know if it was, tell me about why I'm talking about a balloon. I don't know if it was when he passed, there was like a balloon, or if this last birthday, there was a balloon, but he's showing me a balloon. I feel like it's red. I could be wrong on that because it looks a little fuzzy and I can't quite see the thing. I sent balloons off with my daughter. Oh, okay. Was it in relation to Diego's birthday? Also, my mom and sister put balloons at his grave. Got it. Okay. So there's the balloons. So that's his way of, he's very difficult to understand because he's being a little, standoffish or whatever, but that's really good for him to do that. Like he was acknowledging the balloons. So that's great. That's great. And he appreciated it. Oh, you wrote on them, happy birthday. Oh, I love that. That's great. That is really cool. That is really cool. Did your, as a medium, we're kind of not supposed to ask questions because you don't want to like pull stuff out, but there's something about, Brianna, is it your daughter? Your daughter in Diego. Okay. There's something about your daughter in Diego. Does she say that she sees him or something, or tell me what's going on between them? Because what I was going to ask you was, which we're not supposed to do, right? What I was going to ask you was, did they know each other? Was your daughter here when Diego was still alive? Did they know each other at all? She always talks about him and remembers that he died. How old is your daughter, Brianna? She's pretty young, I'm assuming. Never assume, but because I feel like that he hangs out with her. And I feel like that as much as I feel like he's kind of protective, I feel like that he's very protective. Oh, she's 4. Oh, I was going to say that. I should have said that. I feel like that and says he is in the ground. Oh, bless her heart. Yes, she was born in 2020. Okay. Um, I'm really getting the feeling, I'm getting the vibe that he's met her and seen her the last year for last a year before he died. Okay. He feels really protective of her. And oh, she's seen, okay. So she's seen, okay. I think she's seeing him. Okay. So don't discount that. If she says stuff about him, don't discount it. Like, don't go, oh, that's your imaginary friend. Don't do that. Because I think that they have a real bond, a real bond. And I feel like that there was a bond, which you may not even realize, when he was alive. He just felt really a strong connection to her. My sister also has a boy who's one. Does he ever with him too? I got to be honest. I'm not, don't make this mean anything. It doesn't mean anything about the little boy, but I just feel like that the child, the little girl and Diego, there's a connection there. Okay. So I'm just going to say that. Yeah. Oh no, it's totally fine. She's typing too fast, she says. So, he wants to say, okay, let me just give you all this message. Um, he comes to family events. Do you guys get together once a week or something? I feel like at the family gatherings, and you have a big family, big-ish family. My family, I've got 3 people in my family. So I'm just going to say, I feel like that you have kind of a larger family, right? And I feel like he's there. That's the thing that he misses. He misses the family getting together. His little bro, who turned 6 this week, said he saw a dead face, and a week later he saw his brother in his uniform and said, that's him. Oh my God, I love that. Yeah, you're a big family, both mom and dad side. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So Diego has a 6-year-old brother. What, I don't know, what was the uniform? Was he in the service? Doesn't feel like he was in the service. I don't know what the uniform is, but it like I'm just trying to guess. But uh, I'm trying to ask. I'm sorry. I'm trying to ask to see what the situation. Oh, he was in the army. Okay. He saw him in his uniform. He's like, he's not showing me. This is really interesting. He is not showing me him in a uniform. Okay. I'm seeing him as like normally when somebody's in the service or something, I'll see the uniform or at least a hat or something, right? But Diego is showing me he is dressed like really cool, like a leather jacket. He is really good looking. Just gonna say, and he wants me to see that he's good looking. But I feel like really relaxed. Like I feel like that he's like leans on stuff, and I feel like that he was really relaxed. So I'm just saying that, right? I think that's the way he wants to be remembered. His little brother drew dead faces and kept describing, oh my God. Well, I will tell you, what's interesting is that I think he's trying to Diego is trying to get the kids to see him, right? Because when we grow up, when we get older, we stop kind of we stop paying attention to that. We think it's all junk, but the little ones, they're so sweet and they're so pure of heart, his little brother drew different. Okay. He never saw him in uniform, but one day we were looking at photos. My son said, that's him. Oh my God, that is amazing. He would dress nice outside of uniform, jean jacket, hat. Yeah. And like, I feel like I'm seeing like a black leather coat. And he just looks really, really good. Nice shoes. Right. I feel like I'm supposed to just continue with this, and I apologize that I'm doing this so long, but I feel like that Diego really would love for his younger brother to, talk to the younger brother about him and say, okay, what is he saying to you? Is he saying something to you? What is he saying? Oh, what do you see now? Is he playing with you? Or, whatever, I think that would be really, really an amazing thing for the kids to experience. Because we don't want them to be fearful of it, because that's when the kids go away. I mean, that's when the spirits go away. Whenever the fear starts coming in, that's, he had a pick and black jean jacket, and we used to search for him when he passed. Interesting. Very interesting. So here's the last thing I'm going to say about Diego. First of all, I have to say, Elvira, I feel like that this is interesting because it doesn't feel like a rose, but I'm seeing him holding one flower and giving it to you. I'm just going to say it. He was a mama's boy. He was a real mama's boy. Like, he loved his mama. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's really strong connection. Really, really strong connection. And you can tell me no if that doesn't make sense to you. That's fine, but that's what I'm feeling right now, right? So he's around. He's around you. Talk to him anytime you want. The dreams, dreams would come. Just keep paying attention to your dreams. Okay. You might want to keep wow. His energy is getting really strong. You might want to keep a little notebook and pen next to the bed just so you can remember the dream. Okay. So awesome. That is really, really fun and cool. So much love to you all. I'm glad that you see the signs. That makes me so happy. And he knows, so just talk to him. It's just a different way of communicating. When my mom passed away in December of 18, and, I'm a medium. So I'm thinking, she's going to come to me. It's not going to be a big deal, kind of thing. And it took her like 36 hours to come to me. She had to get her things going on there, right? It took her so long to come to me. But now somebody told me, you know what? It's not that they're gone, because energy is energy. It lives. It's just there, right? So now my mom, she's always right here, and I can always hear her talking in a good way, right? She's always right here. So your loved ones are with you. Yeah, right. Okay. So I'm going to move on, but you can always come back, because I do readings on most of these, on most of the conversations with spirits. So there you go. Wait, Allie, are you still here? Is Allie still here? Allie, are you still here? June says, I lost someone back in January, and I would really, oh, good. Allie's here. Okay. And I would really, I'm glad you talk to him every night, June, because that is definitely the way to get them to come into you. So keep talking to them. Okay. Keep talking. Okay, Allie, what is it I can do for you? Oh my God, I can't talk right. What is it that I can do for you? Is there somebody in spirit? Is there some clarity on an area of your life? Tell me what it is that I can do for you. I'm going to have a drink of water. My throat gets so dry when I'm doing readings. Well, I'm talking so much, kind of thing. So, yeah. So, Allie, what is it that I can do for you? You know what I'm going to start out real fast with? I am going to pull a card for Allie from the Sacred Forest deck, my favorite deck ever. Oh, okay. So this is what Allie says. I'm feeling a little lost myself. I work full time, but it's not where I feel like I'm meant to be. Okay. All right. So I'm pulling a card from this deck, and let's see what, oh my God. This is so freaking cool. All right. Foggy Bog, and it says patience. Oh my gosh. Patience. Oh, goodness gracious. I mean, okay. So Allie, it's so interesting because when you said you're feeling a little lost, I thought to myself, I feel like things are coming. Things are on their way, right? And it can be so super frustrating. Oh, thank you for following me. I appreciate you guys. Yes, please follow me on Instagram and YouTube and all that stuff. Please subscribe. I appreciate you guys. I feel like, yeah, I know, right? She put up the she put up the little symbol of like, kill me, you know. Allie, I really feel like that things are going to start to shift. And when I say that, I feel like I want to say, um, wow, I'm getting a whole bunch. I think this, and it's interesting because I'm not seeing a spirit or a spirit guide coming forward. I'm getting this psychically. I'm feeling like that things are going to start shifting for you in the next couple months. But what I want to tell you is, and it's so interesting because I told my daughter this today. We were talking about something completely different. And sometimes we're looking at things and we've got these blinders on, right? And we see things straight ahead, right? But guess what? Do you know what would open up, even if we just open up the blinders just a little bit? Just a little bit. Do you know how much more you can see, right? So create an intention for yourself. Wow, I'm getting so much for you, Allie. Oh my gosh. Create an intention for yourself. Sit down and meditate and say, what is my path? What am I supposed to do with myself? Okay. What is my path? Say that to yourself every day. Okay. And say it specifically before you go to bed at night, because when we go to bed, that's when the magic happens, right? When we go to bed, the magic happens, because we allow ourselves to calm down and relax, but our minds are still there, right? I'm really also feeling like it might be a good idea for you to, I don't know if you meditate. I don't remember if you said that before, but start to meditate. Start to meditate. And maybe use the affirmation for yourself. I surrender. Ooh, that gives me chills for you. Oh my gosh. If you use the affirmation in meditation, I surrender, and along with creating the intention of open it up for me, spirit, I want to know, like, what is my path, right? And then surrender to that. Huge. Absolutely huge. Okay, now I'm being told to pull a card from the time traveler deck, which, again, I love this. Oh my gosh. Oh, how much I love this. This is Shambhala Himalayas, and it says happiness. It says happiness. Oh, you were certified by David G. Awesome. Oh my God. Oh, well, I love that. I'm certified by David G as well, right? I just seriously, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. But Allie, oh my gosh, right? Okay. So happiness is there. It's right there. Create the intention. Find yourself a really cool mantra or affirmation, like, I think that would be so fantastic for you to do, and just start saying it to yourself all day. I don't know if you've heard me talk about this before, but my personal, I do empowerment coaching, right? Which is kind of like spiritual life coaching. And the one thing that we do in there, we take the whole time and we develop a personal, what your personal affirmation is. Okay. My personal affirmation is courageousness. So basically, my affirmation is I am courageous. Right? I know, it's so freaking powerful. To me, it's very, very powerful. So, but you know what? You could, and so when I'm having a hard time, I've been having a hard time the last couple of weeks. It's been health wise mostly, right? But when I say I am courageous, I can do anything. Like my back went out 2 days ago, like bad. Oh, it was really bad, right? But guess what? right before I started on doing this tonight, I was like, all right, Spirit, I'm courageous. Bring it on. Let's do this. And I'm here to tell you, my back might hurt 15 minutes after I'm done here, but it doesn't hurt right now. Okay. So it's just a matter of sitting in that knowingness. Boy, I hope that makes sense. Yeah. And if you want to direct message me, please feel free to, because I could talk about that kind of thing all day long. Right? I could talk about that all day long. Oh my gosh. So, Allie, I wish you the best. And I know it's difficult when you're not sure where you're supposed to go, but just know that happiness is coming. It's right around the corner. And I feel like that I'm supposed to say, the other thing I'm supposed to say to you is being present in the present moment, right? Sitting in the present moment and understanding that right here, right now, we're all sitting here together. Like I've had in the past, I've had people from Germany on here and Australia, all types of different places, right? But right here, right now, we are all together. Oh, I got goosebumps. Right here, right now, we are all together and all is well. Right? Oh, I love that. Love that. And I needed to hear that too. So thank you. So much love to you, Allie. Love to you. All right. So I'm going to pull one card. I'm sorry I didn't get to everybody. I apologize. I'm going to pull one card for all of us. Right? So even if you didn't get a reading, here is our card. Wouldn't this be funny if it was, oh, yay. Oh my God, I love this card. It's the Elves card and it says playfulness. I love that. Okay, so it says playfulness. Okay, now, why am I so excited about this? Because guess what? It is a stressful time right now. It is Mercury is about to go direct on August 28th, right? Which is this Wednesday. And if you're listening to the replay of this, it may have already passed, but it's right now is super stressful and people are stressed. You're not sure where you're going. Life seems to be just discombobulated all over the place, right? But remember to play. Remember that all is well. Remember that all is well. And when we sit in that place of play, when we sit in that place of play, it can expand. That's when we allow ourselves, we open up our hearts and allow ourselves to just be in that place of fun and playfulness. So go out. Okay, here's something good, right? Here's what we're all supposed to do. Homework for everybody. Go outside or in your backyard. You can do it where nobody will see you. Skip. I dare you to do it. Skip. Oh my gosh, right? Go outside and skip around the yard. Wouldn't that be the funnest thing ever? Or even better, put on your favorite song and skip to the song. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. It's beautiful. That is playfulness. So, much love to you all. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for being here. And I will see you next time. And gosh, I love doing this. So thank you so much for being here. Remember to follow me on YouTube and follow me on Instagram and check out my website, laurialbert.com. I love you all so, so much. Have a beautiful night. And until next time, namaste, everybody.